We were talking about Bloomberg's cigarette thing. This guy.
Bloomberg and
this
war
guy.
on cigarettes.
Now, it's not the worst idea in the world, but it's just the fact that he continues to take on these real easy little fucking things and thinks he's going to make a major difference in this city. Have you heard this one yet, Jimmy?
The cigarettes.
Yeah, okay.
He wants to make a mark by just doing so many of these things.
But they're little easy things, and it's always against the little guy.
Yeah, and
why don't you take on the big fucking corporations, you fucking pussy? Why don't you take on drinking, which is a major fucking problem? And by the way, and I have to say it every time, I don't want him to do any of this stuff.
Yeah.
But if you're going to be that guy, why don't you go for the real tough shit?
He is that guy. He loves
he's not
these
that guy.
things. No, he loves
these tiny
these things.
little fucking things. It's always a tiny little fucking thing.
He loves them.
Here's the official announcement from the mayor himself.
We've come here today to announce the latest steps we're taking to reduce what remains a persistent health risk, especially for our city's young people.
New York's Mayor Bloomberg announced his latest health initiative that would mandate tobacco products such as cigarettes to be kept in cabinets or under the counter.
First, we're proposing legislation that would prohibit display of tobacco products in most retail establishments. The reason? Such displays suggest that smoking is a normal activity and they invite young people to experiment with tobacco. This is not a normal activity, and experimenting when you have something that's addictive is the first step to being addicted.
If Bloomberg is able to pass this law, the cigarettes could only be seen during purchase and restocking.
These laws would protect New Yorkers, especially young and impressionable New Yorkers, from pricing, discounts, and exposure to in-store displays that promote tobacco products, products whose use is addictive and whose consequences can be deadly.
The measure is scheduled to be introduced March 20th.
So basically, he doesn't want to get rid of the cigarettes. He just wants to hide them.
Yeah.
Well, he wants to get rid of them, but he can't.
Yeah, of course he can, because he's not going to take on big tobacco.
Right.
Take on those guys instead of the mom and pop idiot that's trying to make a few bucks selling cigarettes.
This fucking, I hate this.
I'll tell you what you do.
Huh.
You get rid of these cigarettes.
Right.
And you stock up with Chuli's gum. Some nice Chuli's gum.
Seinfeld.
Yeah, what? No.
That wasn't Seinfeld.
No, it wasn't.
Fuck. Seinfeld's my go-to. What was that from?
Look, have some Chuli's.
I don't know.
That's from Clerks.
Oh.
Yeah.
Shit.
Chuli's.
Should have known that.
Yeah. It's, he fucking wants to enact all these, and he loves saying, in the first law of its kind. He loves New York City having the first law of its fucking kind.
And then he's hoping other cities are going to jump on board.
Of course.
Now, one other city has jumped on board with that big sugary drink thing.
No, not that.
Because he's not giving up on that. You know that.
Yeah.
He's regrouping.
The big thing was the smoking, bans and things like that. I remember.
Did that start before him?
I'm pretty sure New York. Yeah, it started before him.
It started with Giuliani.
New York was kind of one of the first places to really crack down on smoking.
Right.
And everyone else followed suit on that one.
Right. But he made it illegal to smoke even in parks.
yeah, parks, just everywhere.
As a guy that, doesn't smoke and doesn't really want it around me, I was like, really? Even in parks? That's just so stupid.
Yeah, you pretty much can't smoke. In your house, you could smoke, and they're trying to stop that.
Well, when you see a guy smoking outside a building, we've done this a lot. It just looks really weird now.
It looks sickly.
It looks sad.
You want to go, what are you doing?
Right? You stink like that, you're 50. Shit.
Yeah, you're just puffing away.
You're just out in the cold having a cigarette. How could it be enjoyable anymore? Obviously, it's a habit at that point. But
they all congregate around the sign that says no smoking in this area.
Right.
So you're right there.
Nah, it's outside. I never gave a shit about guys and gals smoking outside.
I quite frankly don't enjoy the people that smoke by the door. The revolving door when I have to wait there for my truck.
Really?
I don't like because it doesn't matter that it's outside. That giant fucking cloud of smoke just hangs there.
Yeah, but the exhaust coming by as car passes. Yeah, I would assume that's a little worse than the guy's
I don't smell that as much
smoke.
as the cigarette smoke. Fucking hate cigarette smoke.
Yeah, I don't like it.
Man, it's awful.
So he's going to try to hide cigarettes now. Is what this comes down to.
And do you really think it's going to
hiding
stop
cigarettes?
kids from fucking smoking?
Honestly, a tiny percentage, an extremely small number. All these things will help out an extremely small number of people.
It's like you're not allowed to buy cigarettes. I know they sell them to kids and shit, but the law already says you're not allowed to sell them cigarettes. So You're
What's the
not
age?
really getting them. You're getting them from your parents. You're getting
It is
them from
18?
fucking, You're getting them from your friends or whatever the fuck. But when I was smoking, when I first started smoking, it had nothing to do with the fact that I could see cigarettes in a store. I knew they existed.
Well, but
all my friends were smoking, and that's why I started smoking.
Well, that's why, though. You could see your friends smoking.
Yeah.
So he's thinking if he could get the numbers down, you're not seeing people smoking in general, and then you might not step into that world.
$14 a pack. That pretty much stops you from smoking.
Yeah, of course.
Shit like that.
And most of that is tax,
Crazy.
right?
Yeah, tax. A lot of tax on these cigarettes.
We were talking just before the show. We used to get our booze and our cigarettes. You would hang outside a 7-Eleven. Let's call it a 7-Eleven. I don't even know if we had 7-Elevens when we were growing up. If we did have 7-Elevens, there were not a lot of them.
Yeah.
Did we have 7-Elevens growing up?
Yeah, I don't remember. Out on Long Island, especially, sure.
But not as many as we have today, right?
Yeah, they're all over the place.
Okay. We would be outside going, hey, mister, could you get us a 6-pack?
Give me some cigarettes.
And you would always find someone that could do that for you. But can you imagine if a kid came up to you today, you're in a parking lot at 7-Eleven, going inside for whatever, and a kid's out there trying to talk you into getting a 6-pack? You would be wondering, where is the fucking hidden cameras?
Right, where's the fucking cops around
Where are
the
the
corner?
cops? You would never accept that deal.
Yeah, that would look like a sting. And you'd be on camera. You'd be on camera out in front.
Right.
So if anything happened, they'd just review the tape and be like,
right.
oh, here's the guy that sold gave the kid fucking the booze.
It was commonplace when we were growing up.
Yeah.
You'd always find somebody.
Someone would buy it for you.
Like, oh, yeah, right.
What do you want?
Yeah, all right. What do you need? All right, fine, here.
Hey, could you buy me some beers?
Right.
Yeah, here's some fucking beer and cigarettes. You're just like, here you go. Be a degenerate.
Even if... Nowadays, if a strange kid approaches you, you just start screaming.
Yeah.
Like, no, this can't be good. This can never be good.
Put your hands up. I'm not molesting anyone.
Yeah, get away from me, you little fucker.
So the cigarette thing is just, this is ridiculous.
Did you get served? I never got served liquor until I bought liquor once in my life, I think.
What do you mean?
I could never buy liquor.
Oh, I was always
bought for me.
scared. We did. We tried, and we fucking...
Did you pass, though, for 21?
No, because I always looked way younger than my age. So it was always with other friends and stuff. I had a friend, John Ewing. He looked like he was 20-something when he was 16. He was 6'4". He already could grow a fucking beard.
Yeah.
He got his license like at 16, and he was just on his own fucking ride.
Whole nother level, huh?
Oh God, yeah. We got everything through him because he just looked like he was of age.
Looked the part.
Absolutely looked the part.
It was pretty lucky. When I turned 18, it was 18, the fucking drinking age, and then they boosted it up to like 19.
Every year they boosted it up.
After I turned 19,
right?
yeah.
Yeah.
And then they made a law, I guess, a federal law, because they can't. Here's how the feds work all the time. The federal, they can't override the state laws. Mm-hmm. So if the state says they want 18-year-olds to be able to drink in their state, so be it. That's the law. But the feds said, all right, we're going to hold back all of your fucking federal funding for your highway systems if you don't boost it up to 21. Wow. So they kind of blackmailed all the states to make it 21.
Well, of course.
It was the right move.
Oh, yeah, I think so. But it's, then they ought to actually make the voting age 21.
I agree.
And they ought to fucking make the draft or military age 21, things like that.
I know there's no draft. Safe for only because it's statistically a lot safer. Like, you're not going to get killed.
They've proven it.
We got tobacco rep. He's going to explain how this will never go through. Steve in Flint, Michigan.
Hey, morning.
Yes.
Wow. Do you have the only job in Flint, Michigan?
Yes. Matter of fact, I sell Newport. So up there in the hood, I am king.
Newport.
Is Flint, Michigan turning around at all?
Yeah. No.
Not so much.
They're reporting it, but I mean, Detroit's a mess. Flint's just as bad, and all that stuff. But regarding the tobacco thing, with the mayor wanting to hide or whatever, if you guys ever walked into a gas station or a party store,
I have
that big display. Yes, the companies pay to have all that stuff displayed, and if it's not displayed, then the stores will not get discounting, which will then increase your cigarettes up another $1, $2 a pack.
Exactly. Product placement in the stores is very big.
Right.
So, the stores are making money for where they're putting things. Yeah, obviously.
Exactly, and then with as big as some of those displays are, those guys aren't going to be able to put a huge display under their counter or behind a wall or anything like that. So it's you guys already have the highest cigarettes in the nation. $12, $13 a pack.
Yeah.
You going up to 15 or 16. Should the mayor decide to block that? So,
but the problem is it's a legal product. Like if you don't like it, how about this? Again, this is why I hate Bloomberg so much. Go after the insurance companies. If someone is proven to be a smoker, we won't cover your health. Like, if you want to do it that way, but if it's a legal product, you can't tell people they can't show it.
Right.
Either make it illegal or shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
Right.
I mean, that's how my life insurance is based. If I'm a smoker, I pay more. If I'm not a smoker, I pay less.
Do you smoke, sir?
No, I do not.
You're a fucking cancer merchant? Yes, you don't smoke.
What's funny, when I interviewed, they told me that 70% of the people in our company do not smoke, but yet, that's what we do.
When you sell cigarettes, is there a party that feels a little guilty? And I'm not knocking you for your job, but is there a party that feels like,
No, because, I do this. I used to sell Coca-Cola before, and that's just sugary syrup water that gives people diabetes and makes them fat. So I just moved from
Was
one
that your
to
sales
the
pitch? He was let go after one day.
Mr. No Commission.
I used that in my interview, and that's how I got the job. My boss laughed. He said, "Dude, you're hired."
Oh, jeez.
Wow, look at that.
Stanza.
All right.
All right, take it easy, guys.
Thank you, sir.
All right. Fucking cancer salesman.
So that
legal drug dealer.
Yeah. That went down yesterday. I guess he was holding back the whole cigarette thing until the sugary drink thing went through, and now this was going to be his next thing.
Yeah.
So he broke it out a little earlier than he wanted, I guess.
He just loves tying up the courts with these fucking little piddly shit ideas he has. It's amazing.
And then he's embracing the fact that one of the papers here in New York shows him as Mary Poppins with an umbrella over the city, being a nanny.
He's the nanny. They love the nanny.
He acknowledged it at the press conference yesterday that he likes that. He likes that image of being Mary Poppins flying over the city, protecting us all.
Of course he does.
Yuck.
Fucking fruit.
He's hateable. He's a fucking... You know what it is? When you put calorie counts on, that was genius because it gives people a choice.
Yeah.
But you can't make people's fucking minds up for them.
That's a choice.
Stop it.
You want to educate people as to the dangers of certain things, whatever. Yeah. That's it, You can't just start taking things away like we're all children. And the excuse is the children. Every time you hear about how it's for the children. Our greatest resource is our children, and we need to. It's like, you know what? Adults have grown and have the right to be able to make their own fucking decisions.
I completely agree with you.
Taking everything away.
I don't want anyone raising my fucking kids. I'll fucking raise my kids.
Exactly.
I'll show them all the landmines.
You show them right.
You
fucking tell them how bad smoking is. You educate them.
Because I'm also an adult, and I don't want my entertainment being, curtailed.
Watered down because the children are out there.
Fuck no.
Like how
we were trying to watch Shameless last night.
Oh,
I love that show.
Yes.
And there's a big, huge scene where he's in a shower just fucking banging some broad or something. And then we looked at each other and went, "Oh, all right. I guess we got to turn this off."
Oh man.
Well, for a second
It's like, man, we'll watch it. You can't distract them with something shiny. Throw a ball down the hallway or something.
Well, that's what you do. You kind of look at the kid like, oh, he's distracted by his little toy over there.
Yeah.
So you can sneak in a few more minutes of maybe an adult, show. But then as soon as he starts becoming aware, you're like, oh, fine, I gotta turn it off. You got to do the right thing.
Yeah.
I don't feel like my son should be seeing that yet.
Yeah.
So you got to do the fucking right thing. So we couldn't watch the rest of Shameless yesterday, which sucks.
God,
what are you gonna do?
Such a fucking weird thing.
What?
I don't know. It's just like I would be so pissed.
Would you be pissed?
I am so fucking selfish with my time and what I like, things like that. Like if I want to watch something,
right?
I'd be like, this little fucker, he's taking up my...
Instead of watching Shameless, then, I watched Special Agent Ozo with him, which was wonderful.
My God.
It's just like watching Shameless.
Wow.
It really is. It's pretty similar.
Some hot girl in the fucking shower.
3 special steps. That's all you need. 3 special steps.
I need 12.
24 if you really want to get into it.
Wow, March 19, 2013. An acknowledgement. Let me write that down.